Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. And oh gosh, I look a little bit tired today, but that's okay. I woke up quite early and I was meditating and I had lots of ideas to share with you guys. Thoughts in my mind, creations I want to create, a lot of excitement. And I like that. So it's not always like that, but today it is. So that's great. Yes, so yesterday I was calling a very dear female friend of mine, and she shared with me a little bit about how she sometimes finds herself being stuck in loops, mind loops, thought loops. And she asked me what are my thoughts on that and how do I think I can give her some tools or strategies to work with that. And for some reason, I was listening to David Hamilton, his podcast, Saturday Night, selfdeveloped.com. I highly recommend you check out his channel and his content. He's a really inspiring person and he's doing great work. And so he talked about in his podcast about this in general, like not specifically about thought loops, but he had this interesting idea. And so he mentioned that he watched Headspace ad. Headspace is like this app for meditation, and it's quite good actually. You can check it out if you like guided meditations and stuff like that. So he mentioned that there in this ad they describe that imagine you sitting next to a large highway with a lot of cars passing by. And the point is to take out your chair, plant it in the grass next to the highway, sit in the chair and just enjoy the cars, watch the different models, watch them pass. They just driving along and you can just sit there and relax, enjoy the sun, enjoy the breeze on your face, and you can watch all the cars passing, right? But sometimes we try to dive into the traffic and we try to stop the cars and we try to make the traffic change, and this causes so much fear and anxiety and danger. Even the cars are passing by, you're in the middle of the street trying to control all the cars, and this just it messes with you. It makes you fearful, it makes you anxious, it makes you afraid, stressed. So we tend to forget that, oh wait, it's not about trying to control the cars and making them stop and trying to control this traffic. No, step out of the highway, go sit in your chair, go sit in your chair, relax, and enjoy the show. See the cars passing by, right? See the cars just driving, coming and going, coming and going. And that is such a beautiful way of describing meditation. That is what it is. You take your seat in the you take a seat in the observer seat, in your throne, in the observer throne, and you watch your thoughts come and go. And sometimes you want to jump in and you want to latch onto a single car, or you want to stop the cars, or you want to try to control the situation, and that is when everything turns into chaos. And sometimes we do this unconsciously. Most of the time, we actually do this unconsciously. And it's important to remind yourself that whenever you catch yourself being in this traffic, trying to control the traffic, to remind yourself, oh, wait, hey, okay, this is what I'm doing right now. Let me take a moment, take a step back, plant my seat in the grass, enjoy the sun on my face, and just relax and watch a show, right? And so it requires awareness. You have to be aware that you are in the traffic trying to control it. And most of the time, and that's what's so scary about it, we are not even aware that we are trying to control the traffic. And this is precisely what is happening when you're stuck in a thought loop. You're trying to control the thoughts, you're trying to control the situation, you're trying to change the traffic. But the only way you can get out of this loop is to step out of the traffic and go sit in your seat. So, whenever you find yourself stuck in a mind loop, in a thought loop, first of all, catch yourself being stuck in this loop, because this is the first step. It's the hardest step sometimes, to be aware that you're in this loop. But not always the hardest step. Mostly, for me personally at least, the hardest step is let go of this loop. Let go of the control. You know, be brave enough to release the tension you hold on this thought, because you entertain it, you latch onto it, you choose to entertain it. Recognize this, it's very important. You choose to entertain your thought loop, right? If you're aware that you're in a thought loop. When you're not aware, then there is no choice. Then it's happening and you're not aware. So then there is no choice, right? That's a problem, because then you can't get out of it because it's happening unconsciously. So you want to become aware, and then you have a choice. Then you can make a decision. Okay, I don't want to entertain this thought. Let me step back and understand that my thoughts, they come into my mind and they go. They come and they go. That's always how it is. So only when you try to latch onto it, it stays there and you stay in this loop, right? But if you decide to take a step back, take your seat and watch a show, you will see that if you're willing to let it go, because this is the crucial part, you have to be willing to let it go. So I talked about this in a previous video. You have to first become aware that you're in this thought loop, right? Then, could I let it go? Can I allow myself to let it go? Can I allow myself to let it go, right? And then, would I let it go? This is an important thought process. You have to really be willing to let it go. And once you are willing to let it go, once you are brave enough, because basically it's fear, you are afraid to let it go because you think something terrible will happen. You know, you're overthinking, you're trying to solve a problem by thinking about it, but that's not solving the problem. Of course not, right? Usually, the answer comes to us when we are sitting in silence, when we are calm, when we are open to inspiration. So David Hamilton continues to talk about the fact that it's the package delivery guy, okay? He will, when he goes to deliver your package and he sees you're busy in the traffic or you're not home, you know, you're not home, you're not sitting in front of your door ready to receive the package, he will just pass your door and send you a text. Hey, I saw you were busy or you weren't home. I didn't deliver the package. I will try another time, right? So this is usually when we're overthinking, we're trying to solve a situation. We're trying to come up with a solution to something, to a problem, right? But the solution can't come to us because we're too busy trying to manage the traffic, you see? So when you take a step back and you sit in your seat and you allow the show to pass, and then you're home, then the FedEx driver passes your house and he sees, oh, he's home, let me deliver my package. And that is the solution that gets delivered to you. And it's divine inspiration. It's God seeing that, oh, you're home right now, you're in silence, you are ready to receive whatever ideas I am willing to share with you, you know, whatever ideas I am sending through you, you will then pick up on these ideas. It's dialing your frequency to the exact frequency to pick up these thoughts. You know, you can see yourself as like a radio station. This is something that Teal Swan talks a lot about. Aaron Doughty, I think he got it a little bit from Teal Swan. Anyways, maybe he didn't. I think he has great content. You should check him out, by the way. Aaron Doughty, fantastic law of attraction content, stuff like that. I like his energy. It's very, I don't know, I like it. I resonate with what he's saying. But to bring myself back, this radio station, you know, you have to dial yourself into the frequency of the thoughts that will solve your problem, right? But you can't do that when you're acting on the frequency of trying to contain the traffic or trying to change the traffic. No, you want to sit back and then allow yourself to naturally tune in to this frequency. And when that happens, the divine universe, God, love, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, nature, will see that you are open and ready to receive whatever it is that you need to receive. But you have to allow yourself to be in this calm, relaxed state. You have to take place in your seat, in your king throne, and watch a show and sit back and enjoy the ride, you know? Enjoy the stillness, actually, not the ride because you're not in the car. Enjoy the stillness of your seat and watch the cars come and go. And it's like the stream, you know, the stream, and you try to shut it. You try to contain the water. Well, it will cause a lot of damage and a lot of pressure and stress when you're trying to shut the gate by keeping in the loop, by keeping yourself in the loop, by holding on to the idea, by latching on to the idea, right? So what you want to do is open the gates, sit back and enjoy the flow of the water. And what you will find is that your thought loop, it will magically almost vanish. But, and this is a big but, you have to be willing, like not a big but, a big but, but you have to be willing to let it go. You have to be willing to let go this thoughts, these thoughts. Can I allow myself to let them go? If yes, would I let them go? Am I willing to let them go? And if the answers to those questions are yes, and if they're really yes, if you're honest about it, then you just want to sit back. And you can use a lot of different meditation techniques, right? You can sit back, you can do a body scan, you can focus on your breathing. There's many different ways how to bring your attention in the now, right? I will give an example. You sit back, you take a chair, you sit, or you go for a walk, and you pay attention to the sounds around you. You pay attention to your bodily sensations, your feet planted on the floor, your big butt or small butt or whatever size butt on the on the chair. You sit there, you feel the pressure on the chair, your buttocks touching the chair. How does the fabric of your clothing feel around your skin? Things like that. You can bring you back to the present moment, and then from that space you can see that the thoughts, they come in and they go out, they come in and they go out. It's random. It's absolutely totally random. And this is a very interesting idea that also David talks about in his podcast, is this predeterminism, right? Do we actually have a choice? Do we actually have free will, right? Because when the thoughts come, you didn't really choose those thoughts, they just came. So where is the free will? Can you consciously choose the thoughts? Well, you can decide to, something that I do in the morning is wake up and I write some gratitude lines, the things I'm grateful for, right? Okay, you can say that this is a thought I choose and I pick them, but the things I'm grateful for, they come to my mind. The idea that I get up and I write down some gratitudes, it's also just a random thought in a sense, right? So it's a very interesting idea, and I want to talk about this more in depth in another video. But it all comes full circle. So if you're stuck in a thought loop, well, this is the universe telling you or trying to teach you how to deal with this. Is the universe telling you to trust it? Is the universe telling you to allow yourself to let go of this thought loop, sit back, enjoy, and see, trust that it will disappear. Trust that the solution will come to you. Trust that the FedEx driver will see you sitting outside your house and notice that, oh, okay, let me now deliver the package because yesterday you weren't home. You see? So this is how I think you can get yourself out of rigid thought loops, is by being aware, starting to get aware that you are in the thought loop, going through the process of allowing yourself to let it go and willing to let it go, allowing the willingness to let it go, and then to sit back and just be in the present moment, and it will vanish, it will disappear, it will morph, it will transform, it will go. And that is how you get out of a thought loop. So I want to tell you guys that I thank you for being brave. I thank you for looking inwards. I thank you for making yourself and thus the world a better place, one step at a time. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Talk soon.